that was choking a woman, assaulting her because she wasn't taking care of her health by wearing a mask. That's the fuckery. That's the insanity of the fucking state. This is why we cannot allow the state to become any bigger. Look at this fucking abusive, tyrannical piece of shit monster. Oh, you don't have a face diaper on you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Time to get all fucking chokehold. Time to go fucking Undertaker on you. Get the fuck out of here. And again, from the beginning, I was even conflicted on this shit. And I've always stood by one principle. Voluntarism. And I said from the very beginning, if you want to wear a mask, you should be voluntarily be choosing to fucking do so. I personally, in the beginning, when the government was saying, hey, don't worry about this. This is fine. It's cool. You know, go to Chinatown. You saw the people dropping dead from China. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Why is everyone telling? Like, this looks fucking legit. And the government's telling everyone to fucking run around everywhere as China was literally flying people into the United States, but not flying people domestically. I was like, what the fuck? This is a deliberate fucking agenda. I'm gonna fucking put on my mask because there are studies highlighting specifically when it comes to influenza, when it comes to other kind of diseases. Masks have a very small effectiveness. They do work in some instances. And that's why in the beginning I was like, hey, personally I'm going to wear a mask. It should be voluntary. The government shouldn't be forcing people to do this. And then, of course, now, obviously, some people are criticizing me for it. Fine. That's okay. Some people make mistakes. I make mistakes. It's important to own up to them, and it's important to be responsible for them and to explain my kind of train of thinking and what was going on here. But for the fucking state to do this, I always call this out. I thought this was cruel. I thought this was evil. And what else did you expect from the state that's giving a lot of power and fucking authority? Right now, in fucking Virginia, businesses are still being shut down for not complying with the fucking lockdowns, as these fucking order followers are following the wishes of the government and punishing a man for, of course, not complying with the lockdown. Sick and disgusting behavior. All for what? All for your health? Get the fuck out of here. None of this was for your health. And if people did care about your fucking health, they would be prioritizing activities that are good for you. Like getting sun. Like working out. Like eating food that is actually nutritious and not pushing fake soy, corn, inflammatory seed, oil, high fructose corn syrup bullshit. Like, of course, the modern vegan diet. If someone's on the vegan diet, most likely they're lacking vitamin A, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, vitamin D, vitamin F, vitamin K2, CLA, carnitine, carnosine, cholesterol, CoQ10, creatine, hemp iron, saturated fat, and taurine. All of that. The modern vegan diet is missing it, as, of course, we are being forced down a larger destructive path. As I believe COVID was deliberately released, and I shared my circumstantial findings and conclusions on this broadcast previously before, but I believe COVID was absolutely deliberately released on the general public. We now have a scientist from the lab saying, yep, this sickness absolutely came from this fucking lab. This is the man that worked inside of that fucking lab that says, yep, absolutely it came out of there. Now, he's talking about the poor safety protocols. Again, I don't believe that they were accidentally poor. I believe that they were deliberately poor, as there was even intelligence fucking documents out there and reports out there that there was a lot of very serious problems that were going to come from this Wuhan laboratory, and nothing was done to try to stop it or intervene it. There's people there saying, hey, guys, we shouldn't be fucking creating situations where these viruses would come out, and they were ignored, and they were told to shut the fuck up. And then the virus was, in my opinion, deliberately released in order to push on more controls. They try to push the same controls on society through global warming. No one bought it. So they said, what else could we do? Let's start a fucking global pandemic. Let's fucking start COVID-19. Let's fucking release this shit that we've been working on that Donald Trump has now authorized the working on of. Donald Trump authorized Dr. Fauci to do gain-of-function research. Barack Obama actually stopped gain-of-function research. Donald Trump restarted gain-of-function research. So, absolutely ass-fuckery there, and I think it deserves to be called out, as of course Donald Trump is still telling people to get the fucking vaccine, which is absolutely ridiculous. People are being poisoned, not just through certain vaccines, but also through, of course, our diets. When we look at obesity rates, they have gone up dramatically. People's consumption of calories hasn't really changed, but obesity has. What the fuck is going on here? What's responsible for this larger destruction of free, healthy humanity. And that, of course, is a deliberate action made by some nefarious motherfuckers out there that are praying and doing everything they can to try to make you as sick and fat and unhealthy and unhappy as they can. And the best way to resist all of this is to be happy, is to be healthy, and to be the strongest version of yourself. Fight for humanity, fight for yourself, fight for the people who don't know any better by, of course, informing them and fighting this larger information war as best as you can. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay happy, stay healthy. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Stay tuned for more here on LukeUncensored.com.
Hey, what I said though, hey, check this out, man, when y'all get the chance.